Good night, wherever you are. How are you doing today, guys? Hey, we're going to work inside of Unity today. We got a lot of stuff to do. In particular, we're going to be working on, you guessed it, we're going to be working on Twisted Tower. We have a fun little thing to do today. Let me pull this chat up. There, put the chat right there. Right where I can see you. Hey, Josh. Yeah, lots to do today inside of Unity. In particular, we're going to be working on the secondary fire for 2 guns, maybe even 3 guns. We have secondary fire for the double barrel shotgun, secondary fire for the cannon, secondary fire for the Magnum. All 3 of those kind of have secondary fires. It kind of works, but they don't really work. They're kind of broken. So we're going to jump inside of Unity and we're going to see if we can make them, number 1, more functional and actually fun to use. Number 2, make them look awesome. I think that's the number 1 priority. Make it just look great. And then number 3, anytime you add a feature to a game, it's not as easy as just getting the feature done. We then have to teach it. And so we're going to go ahead and create some cards that appear on screen that teach the secondary fire. So this is going to be fun. It's going to be a lot. And I've been dreading this for a while, actually, because there's some wonky code. So anyway, hey, Vincent H., Michael P., JPS, Ross T., Mark R., Kalalu L, and Michael P. Welcome to Full-Time Game Dev. It means the world to me that you would trust my ability to teach what I've learned in the last decade, and that you would trust me with your game dev future. That really means a lot to me. And by the way, guys, if you want to join Full-Time Game Dev and get 25% off, you have 4 days left, or it really depends on when you click the link. When you click the link below, it's going to start a 5-day coupon generated just for you. And so if you want to use that coupon, you got 5 days to do it. You're going to get 25% off Full-Time Game Dev. Full-Time Game Dev is my massive program. I've been building this thing for, I think, the last 5 years, honestly. And it teaches everything I've learned in the last decade of making indie games as a full-time job, whether it's securing funding from publishers, whether it's securing funding on Kickstarter, whether it's hitting the Steam front page, getting press coverage from Time Magazine, Kotaku, Washington Post, getting streamers like Jacksepticeye to play my games, Game Grumps to play my games. All that stuff, all of that I teach at Full-Time Game Dev. You're going to learn Godot, Unity, Unreal, whichever engine you want to learn. Take your pick. 2D, 3D, it doesn't matter how to code. It's massive. Everything you need to know to start a game studio from your bedroom is in this course. 25% off below. Don't believe me? Well, if you're a student, let me know in the chat what you think about the program so others can hear about your experience. But also, hey, Chris Stair went full-time. Bart Mamser went full-time. Everflux Games went full-time. Read the reviews here, guys. I think you'll learn a ton. If you're interested, I think you'll learn a lot, probably more from actual students than from me. So anyway, click the link below. It supports the channel, supports the podcast, supports the streams. So thank you so much for letting me do these ad reads. If that's not something you're interested in, there's a webinar below that teaches you how to make money as a game developer. That's totally free. Click that link below. Okay, guys, let's jump into our task list for today. Okay, so this task list is due May 16th. And yes, these deadlines are arbitrary. You know, they're not really, I made them up, you know. Sound is going in and out. Really? Sounds fine for you? Okay. Shadow, I think that it's just your fault. Okay? I'm sorry. Sorry to say it publicly, but it sounds like it's your fault. Hey, you didn't put peanut butter on your pizza, Tuck Mac? What's wrong with you? Really? Oh, you got burgers? I see. No, I'm just being sarcastic, Shadow. Although I will say, Shadow, let me know if the sound is still a problem, and we'll see what we can do. Okie dokie. No, I'm just messing with you, Shadow. Don't be sorry. It's okay. I've been having a hard time staying focused today. I will admit. Let's go ahead and open up Unity here. Okay? Let's go ahead and open up Unity. And it'll take about, 2 to 3 hours to open up Unity today. What a day. I'm kind of just like hitting a wall. I've just been moving a lot. And I've been working on this game forever too, so there's that. So, opening up Unity here, hang tight. Hey Thomas, this is from Rollin' Raw. Hey Thomas, how are you? Today I'm making localization for my game. Good luck. That sounds horrible. Happy Wednesday, Obsidian. Happy Wednesday. Speaking of a word that sounds like Obsidian, what do we think about Oblivion? Is anybody interested or excited about the remaster for Oblivion? Mike Jemmy, have I had any nicotine today? No, I have not had any nicotine today. I will probably have some tonight as a special treat to celebrate the end of the day. But I got coffee, lots of coffee today, right here. Do you ever get discouraged by working on a game for so long? I'm discouraged every day, all day. The difference between me and a lot of game devs who are, struggling to power through and finish their game, the difference between me and them, and this isn't pride, this is just how my brain works, is that even though I get discouraged, I don't care if I'm discouraged. So it's sort of an ability to just sort of pull yourself out of your own body and say, oh, that guy over there, that Thomas guy is discouraged. And I can sort of separate out and keep going. And I can also kind of see like there's some sort of universal truth, which is if you do something consistently over and over and over again for a long time, it will probably pay off. Like there's like a 95% chance it pays off. So I just keep going and 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 keep going until it actually pays off. Okay, so Unity finally, oh my word, finally loaded. I told you it was going to take forever. All right, so what do we need to work on? Oh, we have a gun. And let's just go ahead and go to floor. Where do we want to spend our time? Floor 4? Yeah, why not? No. How about floor 5? What is floor 5? No. Let's go to floor 4. I actually really like floor 4. Yeah, it's a something that has always been in my brain, which is I don't care. I don't care if I'm discouraged. It's not even, I don't even know if it's stubbornness. It's just a clear understanding or even faith. Like I have faith that doing something consistently over and over and over again, always, as long as it's a positive thing, it always pays off. So you just keep doing something over and over and over again. You eventually stick the landing. And once you figure out how to stick the landing, you just stick every landing. And I have faith in that. Okay. So for some reason, Unity is extra slow today. It's really slow. Like you can just see it's really struggling. And I got to be really gentle with it. I think something's indexing. So I'm just going to wait here. I think we're okay. Man, whew. We got to be real careful with this. Why are you... Calm down, Thomas. Give me a sec, guys. I need to try something. Okay. No, my PC is not aging. My PC is never going to age. It's the perfect PC. Okay. All right, it's sort of, I guess, caught its breath. And it's working now. So I think what I want to do is go ahead and knock out the secondary fire for, let's just go ahead and do the rocket launcher, okay? So let's enter play, and I will show you the rocket launcher. Okay. Let's go to play focused. And this is the secondary fire right here. So for some reason, okay, one issue is it fires. It does a third one, and I wonder what that is. I think it's probably related to the animator controller. And those aren't blowing up when they hit walls for some reason. Yeah, those do. It could be that what we need to do is, let me see here. We may have an issue. First things first, let's go ahead and go to the rocket launcher and take a look at the animator. Did you guys see that issue? So the rocket launcher is playing a fourth shot. My theory is that it's going from the 3-shot back to the 1-shot for some reason. And then number 2, those homing rockets, I don't like the way they look. And then also, they don't explode when they touch something for some reason. And that's not good. So yeah, let's take a look at our rocket launcher here. And go to our animator. And take a look at... Yes, okay, so we've got some interesting trees here that we got to take a look at. So we have rocket launcher shoot, which is right here. But I wonder why it plays it 3 times or 4 times. I don't know. Secondary shoot. Boom. Is that the secondary fire for that? I don't know. Okay. It's this one here. That's the rifle. Boom. Boom. So for some reason it plays 4 times. Let's take a look at the weapon here. This rocket launcher is an extension, or a, what do you call it? Yeah, it's extended of a previous parent script. What am I saying? I am out of juice today. It is this, I can't think of the word. It is a default weapon, so it's an extension of that class. So anyway, let's go ahead and take a look here. All right. So the secondary fire that's crazy. There's no... This is crazy. I'm looking for the reference to the homing projectile, and I don't see it anywhere here. What is this? Bouncing projectile? It's a homing missile. So why would we choose that one? What? Let's change it to the rocket. and see what happens. So projectile, rocket projectile right here. And we're gonna see if that, if it shoots 3 of those. If it shoots 3 of those, that's the projectile. I didn't write this script, so this is like classic, you know, working with a team and then not understanding, once the team is gone, not understanding who created what. Hello, Andrew L, how you doing? All right, let's go ahead and max out. And let's see what happens here. That's fun. I like that. Let's figure out why it's playing that 4th animation. So now that we're in play mode, we can take a look and see. Okay, here we go. Let's see what it's playing 4 times. You can watch it happen in real time. Demo shoot. It's going back to demo shoot for some reason. That's what I figured. So it's going back to demo shoot for some reason. Is shooting equals true. Secondary fired equals false. So let's say and secondary fired is false. Let's see what happens. No, that's not going to do it. So that fixed it for some reason. But I can't. Yep, okay. So there's something going on here. Hold on one sec. Secondary fire is true. Interruption source next state. That's one of the problems. So what we need to do is we need to reset the trigger once secondary fire happens. So let's go ahead and take a look here at, my suspicion is correct, is that it's playing the secondary fire animation, and then it's, because that secondary fire trigger has occurred, it thinks it needs to play the demo shoot here. So what we need to do, actually, oh man, let me think here. We need to set shooting to false. Yes, this. If shooting is false, no, what are we doing? Hang on. Yeah, we just need to set shooting, the shooting trigger. We need to reset the shooting trigger. Let me see here. Yep, okay. Woo! Let's take a look. This is tough. Let's open the script up, and this will take about 67 hours. Let's take a look here. So let's see where the animator parameter is being set. Okay, there's no animator parameter being set here in the rocket launcher. Ah, yes, you can see it here. Okay. So there is some parameters being set. I need to think here, guys. Let me just think really quick. Okay, so that only happens there. Okay, secondary fired equals true, or it's not equals true. It's a trigger. So that's getting set to true. I need to basically reset shooting here. Maybe. Reset, and what is it? Shooting. So that's the theory, right? I do not love the name of this function. I don't like run. I don't like the word run because I like all of my... So I didn't write this code, and it's not, whoever wrote it, it's not a problem. It's just the way I like my functions to be written. I like my functions to be written like they're actually English words in the real world. So I don't want to use the word run because in my head I'm like, that's running, right? That's the player running. So it needs to be something like shoot secondary fire. That's what it needs to be. So I don't love that. Anyway, let's go ahead. All right, let's take a look again. I got to select my cannon. God bless me. What am I doing? Okay. Max out. There's our rocket launcher. And there's its animation. Let's go ahead and watch it in play mode here. Okay, that worked. Good, that was it, guys. Let's see if it screws up any other weapons. Nope. What do you guys think about Marathon? What do we think about Marathon? Inferno, I'm doing good. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Come on in, come on in. Okay, that's solved, thank God. Next, what I want to do is I like everything about that rocket launcher projectile, I love. But what I want to do, and we've talked about this a million times. The way a game should be built is... It's almost like building a factory where you build one system and then that system can expedite the process of building more prefabs, and those prefabs are used to make things faster and faster and faster. So you're just rapidly building stuff because you already have prefabs built that can create other prefabs. So here's an example. If I have a rocket projectile that I really like, there's no reason to create a new one, right? Instead, we're just going to make a variant of this one. So rocket projectile. There it is. I'm not sure. I've actually never done it this way, but I'm trying to figure out, is it possible to duplicate and create a prefab variant out of it? The only way I can think of doing this is dragging it into the scene and dragging it back and calling it rocket projectile homing, and it is a variant, so I want to keep the variant language in there. I like to know it's a variant just by the words, but also you can look at the little shading there. Okay, all we're going to do is set this to homing, right? So let's see here. is homing missile. Hang on, I gotta find it. Really? Oh, it's right there. Okay. Let's double check this homing missile here. What was it called? It was called projectile bouncing. Yeah, this one here. That is such a, like, why is that even called that? You got to be really careful with how you name things. I don't know. I'll take the hit for this. No, I won't. This isn't my fault. Someone else, it wasn't me. Someone else did this. Someone else on the team did this. It's not my fault. It's called bouncing projectile, but it doesn't bounce. Follow custom target, huh? We need to set that to true. Okay. And then also what else? Turn speed 3. Good. Set that to 3. What else? Bounce mask. I don't care about that. Is bouncing project? It doesn't bounce. Damage 1,000. Okay. All right. So that's good. Then what we need to do is we need to go to our rocket launcher prefab, and we need to add this new prefab to what it spawns. So rocket projectile homing variant. I'm going to put that in the new secondary fire. Oh, I know what happened. Okay, I figured it out. The reason why the names are all screwed up is because AJ was working on this. AJ, this isn't your fault. So what I mean is it's my fault. In all seriousness, it's my fault. So originally with this weapon, I wanted to do like a bouncing. It bounces all over the place. Kind of like in Half-Life 2. Actually, exactly like Half-Life 2. So we tried it, and believe it or not, that's harder to create than it looks. So I ended up saying, just make it a homing missile. So he took that bouncing prefab, and he just changed it to be a homing missile. So AJ, it's not your fault. I almost said it's Daddy's fault, and that is incredibly disrespectful. And I'm so sorry that I even thought that. Will you forgive me? Okay. Hey, by the way, for those of you who are just joining us, check out Full-Time Game Dev below, and I'll give you a shout out in tomorrow's stream, just like I did with these new students here. It is an investment, guys. It's a big course. It's a really big course, but you can take it whenever you want. So you can use it as a resource and a reference point for 2 years as you build your game studio. You could use it for 10 years. You know, you have it forever, 30-day money-back guarantee, no questions asked. And 25% off for the next 5 days, depending on when you click that link. Okay? All right. Guys, I think this is going to work. Let's take a look. Okay. So let's grab that rocket launcher here, and let's try it out. Okay, we're gonna turn off gravity. I felt like that worked. What do you guys think? Let's take a look down here. I don't know, let's take a look over here. That did work, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn off gravity, right? And I'm gonna make it like pink, right? Its damage is going to be like 50. It's gonna be weaker. The truth is, if the damage of the original was 300, we want the damage of each one to be 100. Right? So you're essentially shooting 3 of them. The cost is obviously 3 bullets, but it's also time. It's a long load up time to do that. I think that we're not going to use gravity, so let's turn off gravity. Where is it? Oh, rigid body. Use gravity. Wait, yeah, turn that off. That's great. Y'all, okay, hold on. And then the trail, let's take a look here. The trail here is gonna be pink. How about blue? My favorite color is my favorite color is my favorite color is my favorite color is cream. Hey Gordon, how you doing, buddy? All right. Jabby, I love you. All right. Here we go. Okay, we need to change the color of the particles emitting. But so far, it feels so much better. I'm gonna change the sound too, to be like, phew, 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 phew. So homing doesn't work for those kind of objects. I don't know why. Let's take a look and see. It works. We need to try it with multiple enemies. I could use some coffee and Zen right now. Okay, we're making progress and I feel so good about it. So, what were we doing? Let's change the color. The smoke shouldn't be this color. It should be pink. Let's change the color to pink. Or, I'm sorry, teal. Sparks, teal. Smoke, teal. Gordon, what you been doing these days? Huh? Okay. So I have this idea, guys, for my office updates. I want to show it to you. I want to do... So I uploaded a picture of myself. And I want to do something like this. So this is what AI came up with. So I took a photo of me and then I uploaded to this. So, but what I want to do is I want to go for a more a more natural sort of vibe. And it's easier said than done because I've got lights everywhere. I've got one on the ceiling here. That's why my hair looks like it's got like highlights. It's just the light up there. And then I've got a light here. This is not naturally lit. I've got my windows closed. So you want to try it. What you want to do with a studio setup for like streaming is you want to make sure everything is pretty controlled, because you always want it to be consistent. Because consistency is what makes streaming so, I think, comforting for people. So what I want to do is I want to have this, some kind of screen in the background, be the only thing that's purple. Right? So something like this. So we have to find like the perfect color so it matches. That feels pretty good. And then we'll do one more. And this one, my favorite color is. It's kind of cool. I need it because that's my brand color, you know? So something like that. Yeah. Y'all don't play the keyboard this way? So you don't put peanut butter on pizza and you don't... I play it this way. So that's the idea. The cost of this is like outrageous. So these plants are going to be easily $300, maybe $200 for the plants. And then you got to take care of them, which is a problem. Like, you got to look at all this stuff. Curtains, $20. Just sort of sheer curtains, $20. But if I'm going to do this, I'm going to have to create fake ones, because I want, like I said, I want to black out the room and have control over the light, because all you got to do is tell Alexa to turn on the light. So you're going to need a light up here. Shush, be quiet, don't talk to me. Stop talking, stop talking, stop talking, stop talking. Alexa, stop. This right here, the light that I'm going to put behind the curtains is going to be $80. These look so cool. They're not very functional, but they do look cool. I would kind of want to do that. You could probably find some on eBay for like $100. Paintings, $150. I want a keyboard that has a white. I want to figure out how to like trim a keyboard in wood. So at least trimming it is going to be like $150. What else? This, priceless. This is so cool. Some kind of weird light stuff going on in the background. This is completely irrelevant, by the way. I've seen a lot of audio channels where they're teaching how to do like music and sound. They've always got this, and I'm like, what are you using this for? Because now everything's digital. What are you doing? I mean, but it looks cool. So something like this, whether it's, you know, a vinyl CD, a vinyl record player, and like an Xbox, and some cool lights and twinkle lights and stuff, like $200. What else? Shelving, $200. So what do we got? 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it's something like $1,200. That's not actually that bad for a full-on, and I've already got a TV to do that. That is a cool shirt. How do I get this shirt? Yeah, I mean, I think the analog vibes is what I want to do, and the reason why is because I want it to be. I'm going to type this word out for you guys. Mid-century, analog, but wait, cyber mid-century analog. And the reason is you want to include that full-time game dev color here. So you want something here that does that. So that's the idea for the new studio. What do we think? Yeah, I know Adam Eunice. What do you guys think about this? How much will the perm cost? This is free. Just don't comb your hair. All right, so that's the idea. Steampunk mid-century analog. That's a great way to put it. It's not really steampunk though, is it? It's cyberpunk. Cyberpunk mid-century analog. So I'm serious. I want to give this a go. Again, with YouTube, guys, just something to keep in mind is that all this quote-unquote natural light, it works sometimes. Like, it depends on the time of day. But you've got this, I don't know if you guys know this, the sun is going to be moving all the way over there throughout the day. So you're never going to get consistent light. And so if you want to stream at any time of the day or record a video or whatever, you want it to be perfect at all times. Why? Because people like consistency. You guys like consistency. You want to see, if Thomas is streaming, you want it to always feel like you're hanging out at that home base. It's a home for people. There's a lot of YouTubers that I know who they're consistently changing their look, and I've done this before, and they're always changing everything, and their lighting's always different, and you never feel at home. I would say probably half of you in the chat, you don't really fully have that feeling of home in a lot of your life, and so you look to streamers to give you that feeling of home. And so that's why it's important for YouTubers to create a sense of home and consistency in that set for their streams. And so in order to achieve consistency in this lighting, you have to have a hair light that's up here, pointing down. This is not coming from the freaking window. It doesn't work like that. This is coming from a hair light, or a rim light, and it's on the ceiling, and I have one right there. Now watch this, guys. Watch what happens. Alexa, studio lights off. What? I thought Thomas's hair naturally glowed. No, this is natural light. Alexa, studio lights on. That make sense? So that's what you want to do here. That's what we're going to have to do here. You need a hair light here. You need a key light here. That's a key light, creating this sort of Rembrandt lighting. These pops of light here are floor lights. This, like I said, the window is going to be fake. So everything is going to be perfectly timed and set up in Alexa. Let's get back to Unity. Let's double check the colors. And overall, I think we're good with the rocket launcher. We just need to create a overlay to teach it. All right. Let's see the color. We just need a different sound. Good. Works for me, y'all. Loyal Mussy says, I came here to hang, I stayed here to learn. Thomas, when are you going to make the switch to full-time Godot dev? Never. I like Unity. But I appreciate you asking. Okay. So that's good enough. I'm in no mood to make it better. There's only so many things I can handle before I go absolutely crazy. Look, maybe we can do an optional secondary fire here. Gravity gun. That's a cool sound. Let's see if that works for us. I mean, I just picked a random sound. Doo-doo. Doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo. Doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Hey, listen, I want to talk to you guys about something. It is not true that old 90s movies don't affect the younger generation. My daughter was watching Hook, and she cried like a baby at the scene where he remembers childhood. So I just wanted to share that with you. Good enough for me. Okay, moving forward. Let's go ahead and create the card. Hook is great, Gordon. If you're ever a terrible father and you're distracted and you're stressed, just watch Hook. Just watch Hook. Or, my son, my bright and golden son, from the Del Toro Pinocchio. There's a song called My Son, and it is heartbreaking. And I can't handle it. All right. Now let's go ahead and go to our overlays, and we're going to create this so freaking quick. Tutorial overlay, tutorial card. I want some coffee and Zen. If I double click on this, I can jump into the rocket launcher here. And I'm going to do this so freaking fast. We're going to get rid of our gizmos. And I kind of wish there was a light right here. My daughter's crying downstairs, poor thing. Do it fast, Thomas. Okay, yes, sir. There you go. Is it waning? And all we're going to do here is, honestly, we're just going to have 3 streams coming out of this. Boom, bang, bang, you know? And that's about it. Don't be afraid to reuse assets. Be sure to do it a lot. Don't be afraid to reuse assets. Be sure to do it a lot. Da 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 ba bum bum ba bum. Don't be afraid to reuse assets. You gotta do it a lot. Save as. Mini card tutorial. This is gonna be rocket launcher. Secondary fire. Is Del Toro's version worth watching? The first half. The second half is trash. I'm gonna argue it's the screenwriter's fault. It's pretty unfortunate what they did to Pleasure Island. Honestly, it's pretty unfortunate. So here's what we're gonna do, guys. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna just create a blue line. The asset song. Is that what that's called? Oh, that makes me laugh. I could really go for some coffee and Zen. And we'll make it curve. Just do a little bit of a transform, warp. Some kind of arc. Yeah, like this. Pew, pew, pew. Don't be afraid to sing the song, the asset song, a lot. You shouldn't be afraid to reuse assets. Okay? Color overlay white. There we go. And then an outer glow of blue. Excuse me. Da 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 ba 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 bum. Ba da ba 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 bum ba ba bum ba bum. Oh! There it is. There's one. But Thomas, you haven't communicated it well. Well, hang on. And then here's one more. It's funny how the human mind will fill in the gaps here. What I mean by that is, even if the secondary fire isn't that cool, if I've got a cool card like this, the human brain will go, oh, it's super cool. And it's just because we've told them what to think about it. It's kind of like a book. If a book describes in detail what's occurring, the brain fills in the gaps visually. Oh, I'm shooting the gun! There we go. Shooting the gun. Okay, and I'm going to have it say... BAM, or homing, missile, let's come up with a 3-word. 1, 2, 3, boom! And then we're going to choose Michelle. I got nothing against Barbara, but Michelle, that's the font we're going to use. Don't be afraid to use assets. You got to use them a lot. Oh, we are nearing 400 viewers. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got almost 400 people watching Thomas do pretty mundane game dev stuff. I would say that's a success, right? When you said that's a win, guys? Am I allowed to say something? Game Dev YouTube is... It's not easy. Game Dev live streaming, it's not easy. Has anyone tried it? Has anyone in the chat tried it? Have you ever tried Game Dev streaming? Your brain kind of has to be like naturally verbal. I have a bluish artifact. Where? Oh yeah, I see that. Thank you, Gordon. Cool's guy has tried it. That looks cool. I like that. And too scared. It is hard. Your brain has to be naturally talkative, and you have to be a natural oversharer to be able to stream. And you also have to love teaching. And you also, dare I keep going, you have to have a very strong understanding of what you're doing, because it has to be just sort of this natural flow. So that you do it second nature. Am I saying I'm great? Yes. Am I saying that I'm the best? Maybe. Am I being proud? No. So let's go ahead and save this. 1, 2, 3, boom. There we go. Do a little bit of overlay effect there. And we are all set. That cannon is spraying hard. All right, let's go ahead and set up the secondary fire card. We're gonna go to our weapon manager. We're gonna go on to our rocket launcher. Secondary fire image. Overlay tutorial card. Which is not showing up because we have to set it up. Guys, I have an idea for the channel that I wanted to run by you. Would you guys like to hear about it? It's something that I'm not sure about, but I have a desire for it. Gordon retracted some message, and I'm sure it was really, really inappropriate. Gordon said, my favorite pastime is when Thomas gets all cocky like this and then immediately hits a technical wall. We're about to, I'm sure. What was I going to say? Yeah, I wanted to run something by you guys. I love streaming. It's one of my favorite things to do. I could stream all day. And I want to do this thing where I'll still do the podcast and I'll still do dedicated uploads, but like not as much. And instead just find highlights of the stream and cut them up into bite-sized chunks and upload them like maybe daily. I mean, I would love. I personally, if I'm trying to think, well, what kind of content would I like to watch? And I would love to watch a daily update, like 10 minutes long, of a previous day's live stream. Just sort of showing, like, here's what we accomplished. I think they'll probably get 10,000 views a pop. But if I did 5 a week, that's 50,000 views per week. On top of the live stream, which is like 5,000 views per stream, which is 25. So that's 75,000 views a week. My worry is it will water down the channel and it'll push away people who are getting bored or tired of the same old game. So what do you think? What do you guys think about that? My coffee's cold. I wish it wasn't. All right, now we can go ahead and throw in the new tutorial overlay for the rocket launcher. It's right here. And if we go to this, it's called the Shark. Okay, yep. All right. So what we're gonna do is just all we gotta do is go to the rocket launcher and we gotta name the secondary fire, and this is called triple homing. We could call it the Trinity shot, the Trinity blast. I actually really like that. Charge and release a Trinity, a trio of 3 homing cannonballs. They'll follow the enemy hard and blow a hole in their body fast and right. So that's great, you know. I think that's perfect. We want to make sure that it actually works. So let's go ahead and place a rocket launcher and some the delay for the chat is a lot, isn't it? I bought Pinstripe today. I'm gonna play it for the first time on PS5. This is from Leonidas. Of course you have a British accent, Leonidas. Leonidas, the Roman god. Of course, why do we have Roman guards with English accents? I don't know, but who's to say they didn't? You guys like that idea? I like the idea. Live stream highlights is common. A lot of YouTubers I watch have a separate channel for those. I assume to keep their main from getting cluttered. Yeah, but here's the thing. I'm tired of making talking head content. And I'm tired of the podcast being so prominent. I kind of just want to make this channel this. If I could do that, that's the dream. Because then I'm just making games, talking to you guys, and having an editor edit these. All right. Ticket. Pick up coin. Junie, why are you screaming, honey? Lots of this. And then we're going to put a vending machine right there. And then we're going to test it out. No, it still clutters up the channel because it's going to be dedicated uploads of highlights. Whoa, why is there a light? Oh, haha. We got to get rid of that. So let's get rid of that. By the way, those of you just joining us, just check out full-time. Feel free to check out Full-Time Game Dev below, see if it's something you're interested in. Crap. Shoot. We're going to put this right here. This is the shoot point light. And we need to turn it off. Crap. Let's double check and see if the shoot point light actually does anything. Crap. What? Let's see here. Weapon shoot. It's right there, shoot point light. So I think I need to put it in here. There we go. There it is. Okay, good. Let's increase the range. I think it's good, actually. We also want this for the, just while I'm here, for the, oh, crap. Okay, hang on. Where'd it go? We also want it for the secondary shoot. Wait, what? Why does it keep moving? Hang on. So that, why is that working, but this isn't? Shoot point light. Oh, wow. This is named wrong. It's so hard to rename this. There we go. And all I'm going to do is now change this name to this, and it should be good. So when we shoot the rocket launcher, it does this. And when we shoot the secondary fire, well, crap. Oh well. I'm not going to worry about it too much. All right. Gordon, this was always here. It's just reskinned. The cannon. Okay, so what we're going to do is clear all of this and test it out. You licking, buddy? What are you licking? Don't max out. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Give me a sec. I told you I'm really distracted today. Or, like, I just can't focus. Don't max out, Thomas. Okay.
Be a real boy. Get some upgrades.
Why is that called Rocket Launcher? It should be called the Mighty Mammoth.
Are you sure about that, chap?
Trinity Blast. Charge and release a trio of 3 homing cannonballs. They'll follow the enemy hard and blow a hole in their body fast and right. That actually looked really good.
Pleasure doing business, big guy.
Good. Yep. When did you start on this project, Gordon? You were like 25, right? Now you're like 40. Are you planning on adding a musical or rhythmic section to Twisted Tower? Yeah. As you go up the tower, the game begins to feel more and more Doom 2016 or like Serious Sam. And so there's more there's going to be more rhythmic stuff. Boom, 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 boom. Something like that. Okay. Hey, that's all done. It's not perfect. Like visually it could be better. But I think overall we're going to go ahead and call that a task well done. What is that? Cannon, secondary fire, and overlay. All done. Good. Let's go ahead and do the secondary fire for the double barrel. The double barrel shotgun should shoot sticky fireworks out of it. And I think we can make this actually really, really fun. But what we're going to do here is we're going to take a break because I need to go get some coffee. I will be right back. Hang tight. All right. Sorry, I wanted to eat a bagel. Thomas, are you excited to start again? Yes, I am, guys. Let's go. Next up, shotgun. All right, let's go ahead and enter play mode here and take a look at the shotgun. Wow. So, this weapon here, that's it. That's it. Yeah. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate that rocket launcher. The rocket launcher projectile. Because I have a theory that we can just have it emit this and give it a sparkler effect and confetti and stuff and just have it stick to walls. And that's it. So we're going to call this sticky sticker grenade. Is that how you spell grenade? Projectile. All right. Let's see here. So there's our sticker grenade projectile. And again, guys, it's what we were talking about a billion times over. Reusing assets, reusing prefabs, creating prefab variants, and just changing the graphics of them subtly and the sounds, and then suddenly they feel like a completely new projectile. So let me give you an example here. I'm going to set this one to stick to impact. Time to impact is 1, 2, bam. Delay active collider. No, we don't want to do any delay there. Is homing missile? No. Is gravity? Use gravity? Yes. Then what we do is we're going to go to our shotgun. And we're basically just going to say the throw force 1. Wow. We're going to do 50. It really shouldn't be throwing a grenade. It should be spawning a projectile rocket. I will say, though, is the grenade a projectile? No, it's not. Huh. Shoot! Yeah. That's a problem. Let's take a look here. Projectile, sticky, grenade. Grenade spawn point. It spawns at the shotgun. We don't want that. We want it to be at the gun tip right here. So let's drag the gun tip down here. So its spawn point is that. The throw force is all wrong. So let's go ahead and open this script up here. We shouldn't be spawning a grenade. We should be spawning a rocket. Because the grenades don't have sticky functionality. Okay. Here's the grenade. Instantiate grenade. Rigid body, add force. Oh, I think we should be good here, actually. Yeah. Okay, let's take a look. Y'all ready? I've watched the first 3 episodes of Black Mirror, the new season. To answer your question, Phlox. So I haven't seen Plaything, because I don't think that was in the first 3. But I gotta say, I've been really disappointed. I feel like Black Mirror has really gone downhill. There's nothing in it particularly profound. I mean, how many profound episodes can they make, you know? So, Anyway, let's go ahead and max out here and take a look. There we go. It should stick, and it's not. So that's not working. Let's figure out why it's not sticking. So we're gonna go back to our shotgun. It's unfortunate. I was hoping that would just work by default, but it's okay. Stick your grenade projectile. Let's see here. Stick to impact. Time to impact. Okay. Impact does explode. I wonder if we need to turn that off. Let's open it up and take a look. So, on trigger enter, if it touches something, which I believe it's a trigger. Let's double check here. Crap. It's set to, it is not a trigger. So let's see here. On trigger enter, good. What? On collision enter. Okay, here we go. I see. So it has to be set to a trigger for this to work. Okay. Huh. We got a problem. We're not going to be able to use sticky. It's just not going to work. Because it's a whole complicated thing. So basically you're going to have to attach it to the collider and parent it to the collider or the rigid body. And that object will then carry it with them. No, this does work. This does work. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Projectile needle. Yes, there it is. Okay, it's a specific kind of projectile. And this will stick. This will stick. So I'm going to go ahead and delete stick your grenade. And again, it's all about reusing assets we've already created. I have an asset that is it's essentially a needler. So we've called it needler from Halo. So this one, it sticks, and it sticks to it'll stick on an object and follow that object around, which is great. So we're gonna use that, but I'm gonna make sure that it explodes automatically and doesn't require a secondary fire right click, because the needler, you press a button and then it explodes. So hey Jason, how you doing, bud? Come on in. All right, here we go. Needler projectile. We're going to duplicate this and we're going to call this sticky projectile. That's what we're going to call it. The homing rotation speed is going to be set to 0. The damage will be set to something like, 70 is fine. So there's no homing. There's stick. Okay, good. And this one, all we're going to do is change this to a sphere. Just for now. And set it to 1, 1, 1. This is going to be the sphere. Its point light will be pink. And we are not going to have a right click. So right now, the way that the Needler projectile works is once it sticks, you can right click it, it'll explode. Right now, we're not going to do that. So let's see if we can vibe code a little bit here. Add a timer to this update that will automatically explode this. If the float value is set to 0, it will not explode. But anything higher, it will. Right now, the script waits for a input action of right-clicking, and it will explode. The timer should automatically explode it. And yes, guys, I understand all of this. I understand how to code. It's just this is going to be so much faster. I'm sorry. I can't avoid the temptation. No, that's wrong. What? This is so bad. What is this? What did you write? We're gonna write it ourselves. This is ridiculous. Okay, anyways, if we're stuck, the timer will begin. If explode timer is greater than explode max time and explode max, that's hilarious. It does not even, it's hilarious that vibe coding resulted in terrible, as predicted, as you probably would have expected. We got some terrible code written. So we're going to write our own code. All right, if explode max time does not equal 0, and actually, let's make this -1. So -1 is the value. Explode max time, explode timer is greater than, then go ahead and explode. Which explode should be right here. So that's the effect, right? But that's not necessarily the explosion. Impact. I don't like that word impact. Why would we use the word impact? But sure. Else, explosion timer plus equals time dot delta time. And we need to create these 3 values, or these 2 values up here. Public float explode timer equals, it's got this will be private. And then this one is going to be explode max time is going to be -1. I'm fine with it being private, but we want to make sure we just serialize the field. Explode max time. What? Oh, it's a float. Okay. So the theory here is that on the update, if it's not stuck, we're not going to do any timer stuff. If it is stuck, once it sticks, do this timer. If explode timer gets greater than the max time, and the max time is not -1, impact, right? Once the impact occurs, it blows up, destroys the object, so none of this is relevant anymore. Otherwise, if the explode timer is not greater than explode max time, then increase the timer. But only if we're not stuck, or only if we are stuck. Got it? All right, so let's go ahead and open up this and make sure that this doesn't screw up the Needler projectile. It's right here. We're gonna make sure that this one is set to -1. Good, it is. That way you have to right click to explode the Needler. Whereas with this one, there's not gonna be any gravity for the projectile, and it automatically explodes after 3 seconds. 3 seconds, good. No homing, use gravity, yes. So it's gonna be like a sticky grenade. Right? Cool, we have a stick sound already. Right? There's a generic sound. Good. And then there's an explosion sound. We're gonna just use a grenade sound. This one here. So that's that. No harm done. If we go to the shotgun here, we should be able to just say, hey, go ahead and spawn the sticky projectile, which is right here. All right, let's save. 410 viewers. I love it. I like it. By the way, those of you just joining us, check out Full-Time Game Dev below. If you want to start a game studio from your bedroom and you want to learn from somebody who's actually done it, I've been published 4 times. The first one is a smaller publishing deal, but I was published, so it's 4 times. I have done 2 Kickstarter campaigns. Both of them raised around $100,000. The first one was over. The second one was barely under. I have been featured by Time Magazine, Kotaku. I have hit the Steam front page a handful of times. I have had Jacksepticeye play my games. PewDiePie, although granted, I made a game for him, so that's a different kind of stream, but he did play. He and I got to play the game on a stream. Game Grumps, the reason I tell you all this is because I could teach you how to do all that. Check out the course below. It's 25% off for the next 5 days. Join 4,500 students worldwide. And by the way, if you're a student, feel free to let us know in the chat what you think about the program. All right, max out. Let's take a look here. What do we got? I need to make this shorter. Oh! Oh no. That's kind of cool. Like mines. Is there a null reference exception going on here? Like, what is happening? I really like this concept. You just sort of place them around. And then you can right click it and explode them. I kind of like this. I'm concerned as to why this is happening though. Let's double check the needler and make sure the needler isn't screwed up. Oh. $411 viewers. I like it. Let's make sure the needler isn't screwed up now. Why is that happening? Yeah, I mean, honestly, I just want to create sticky mines. So let's figure this out. For some reason, I think it's because the homing rotation speed is set to 0, maybe? That could be it. So this one is set to 30. It's probably a multiplier. That's my theory. So let's set it to 30 and see what we get. Let's go to our sticky projectile, set it to 30. I think we just have a homing rotation issue. All right, here we go. Nope. I wonder why that's happening. I think I know what's going on. If we go to the shotgun here, and I was to put that needler projectile in here, I think we'd still get an issue. Let's see here. Where is it? There it is, down here. The throw force is set to 50. Yeah, if I were to set this to needler. We're gonna get, I believe we're gonna get the same issue. Is it because it's sticking to the gun? I guess. The way I started building my audience the first time, DJ Wavy, was I just started posting videos, and I did it consistently over and 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 over again, over again, until it worked. I mean, granted, I got in a little bit early, so it started working. Okay, yeah, look. Okay, so we need to examine the needler to see what kind of functionality is being fired. Let's figure out how this is. What in the world? Wow. What? Well, I guess it just works with the default. Projectile prefab. Needler projectile. Okay. What in the world? It's so strange. Create projectile. Instantiate, doing all this stuff. Ugh. Projectile speed equals projectile speed. Oh, man. What is all this? I believe we can use this same script here for this. This is all the grenade stuff. All I want to do is create projectile. What? Why can't I use that? I have to think here. Sorry, guys. Give me a sec. Ugh. What is happening? Look at this. It's a mess. Single shot. What the heck? I don't know why I'm doing a sphere cast. Why am I doing a sphere cast? I'm going to take this script here and we're going to do it right here. We're going to call this release. We're going to put this here. And I believe we're going to do... Why can't I use this? Why can't I use that? This is inside the default weapon. Why can't I use it now? I don't understand. Why can't I use it? I think we have an issue here. I don't get it. You'd think it would just work. Let's see here. Sticky projectile. Use gravity is true. Is kinetic is true. Yes, good. Is it sticking? Exclude layers, everything. Include nothing. Let's see what happens here. I feel like it's for some reason it's sticking too soon. I didn't think this was going to be problematic, guys, honestly. Sorry, I need to rest down here. So I'm going to be leaning back for a little bit. I don't get it. This one is interesting. Let's observe it. It's said to is kinematic. No. It's like the force. There's no force being added to it. And its use gravity set to true. But it's not going anywhere. Shouldn't it fall down? What? What is happening? Look. It's not going anywhere. It's not a... Okay, we've got some very strange stuff going on here. Is kinematic is set to false. It's got a ton of constraints. Why do we have a ton of constraints? Is that not strange? Are they by default? They are. Why would that be? Why would I want to do that? I'm sure that there was a reason, but I don't fully get it. Maybe it's the homing behavior. Okay, it didn't stick. Oh, son of a... It didn't stick. On collision ensure. Audio source stop. Okay. It's not sticking for some reason. What? Let's reset this. Okay, for some reason it's not sticking, and that's because include layers should be set to everything. This should... No, we don't... I don't think we need to do any overrides. This is good. Okay. Although, let me double check the Needler projectile. We're close, guys. We're close. Oh my. I'm gonna change. I'm gonna go back to GitHub and make sure that Needler projectile is not being pushed. Come on, Thomas. Let's go. Needler projectile. Where is it? There it is. I'm going to remove this from GitHub because I made a change to the Needler projectile prefab, and I should not have. Where is it? Didn't I? I thought I did. I guess I didn't. What? It's saying I didn't make any changes to the Needler prefab. I'm going to set this to everything then. Include layers, everything. I guess. I have a feeling the Needler's screwed up now. Okay. Let's try this. It works. Yay! What about with enemies? For some reason it's not hurting him. Let's double check. Try again. Really? I wonder why. It might just be the explosion effect. Let's see if it sticks on this guy. Okay. Good. But it's not hurting the enemy for some reason. Not sure why. Impact. Well, what does impact do? Impact looks for an overlap sphere of a bunch of colliders and then adds force to that, and it hurts those things. Right? So, but for some reason, the impact is not occurring with this object. And I'm not sure why. And then there's an explosion effect. But that's not occurring either. Or at least the sound isn't going. So what is going on? I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. What is going on? Please. Let's think this through. What about with the Needler? Is the Needler not hurting? Okay, that's working. I wonder why. Is a condition not being met? Include layers, everything. Good. Well, let's take a look here. If we take a look at our request, triggered equals true is being set here. Do you see what I'm saying? Impact false true. So what we need to do here is with this timer, we need to do this. I'm smart. Okay, let's go. Okay, ready? Shouldn't I hear it though? I don't hear it, but the screen shake occurred. That's good. Whoa! That shouldn't happen. Okay, it hurt it. It hurt it. Okay, so it's very ineffective. Okay, it works. Can I hear it though? Does it have a sound? There's no sound. That's what I don't understand. Okay, well, I mean, I think I know why. I think I think what we need to do is we need to have an optional sound that plays. Okay, let's go to our default weapon here. And let's find a sound that plays. Audio sound play press hold. Weapon sound source is what? Weapon sound source is what? Where is it being referenced here? Weapon sound source. By the way, those of you just joining us, check out Full-Time Game Dev below. Get 25% off if you want to. Good grief. Weapon controller.weapon sound source. What was I saying? Check out Full-Time Game Dev below. You get 25% off. You're going to learn everything I've learned in the last decade of making indie games, whether it's finding a publisher, doing Kickstarter, all that cool stuff. Check it out below. I don't always use Kickstarter for revenue anymore. I don't always use publishers for revenue anymore. But I can tell you what I've done in the past. I don't really need to do all that anymore because, well, YouTube has been awesome. But I have been signed by publishers 4 times. I've been done 2 Kickstarter campaigns. I've hit the Steam front page. I've relied on game sales. I've worked with platforms like Apple. I've made money in a variety of different ways, and I can teach you how to do it. So check it out below. 25% off. Okay, so there's this weapon sound source. We can play sound through it. So what we want to do is go to our Needler projectile, and we say, look, we're going to have a optional audio clip. And it's going to be optional explosion. Wait, I have an explosion sound here. So how's that being used? Oh, it's so simple. Play sound is what? Where is that being set to true? Ugh, this is disgusting. I don't love this. Where's this being set? What? It's set. Oh, it's being set here? No. I don't like that. Oh. I don't love it. Really? Okay, apparently it already exists. Okay, well, let's try it out. Also, let's go to our shotgun here. The time it takes to power this up is insane. I'm going to do like 0.7 seconds. I'm really good at what I do. Max out. We're going to call this something like the sticky shotgun shell or something, and it'll launch the shotgun shell out, and it will shoot the BBs out. Like a cool effect like that. So it looks like it's like a shotgun shell that sticks to something and then explodes. So we definitely need to shoot sound. Okay, I mean, there's so much that's wrong with it, but it's definitely on the right track, right? One of the problems I have with this is that it's coming out of two barrels and it bothers me. So, there's part of me that wants to create some kind of like ball and chain, and they spin around and they stick to stuff. I think that's probably the best approach. But let's just get the shoot sound down. We should have a secondary fire shoot sound here that we can use. And we're just going to do a shotgun. We're going to do that for now. But yeah, there's something that feels odd about this. I think we just need two orbs and they spin around just visually, you know? Yeah. Can we hit 500 viewers? Seriously, we're almost there. We're at 471. And guys, leave a like and share the stream if you have it on Twitter, or if you're on Twitter, share the stream. That would mean a lot to me. Focus, Thomas. What are we doing? Ah, yes. We're gonna set the damage to like. Oh yeah, and let's change the time to direct homing to be like 150 seconds. So that it never homes. Damage, we're going to set it to I guess we'll do 350 for now. Why isn't it playing a freaking sound? This is kind of fun. Okay, let's think here. For some reason, it's not making a sound. That's one issue. The secondary shoot is not playing for some reason. Release. Okay, there's no sound being played here. I'm just going to have it shoot. Like a standard shoot. Well, I guess we can. Sorry about that noise. Oh, man. But there's no sound being played, so we need to figure out why there's no sound being played. How do we play sounds? Well, we play sounds. If we take a look at the default weapon here, where how's the shoot sound occurring? The secondary fire shoot sound should be... Oh my word. I'm definitely ready to be done with this engine. Or this code base. It's definitely very, very it's very bloated. Okay, so we have our secondary action occurring here. Good, okay. And so we need to play the sound here. Play clip from source, shoot sounds, good. Good, okay. That should do it, honestly. So that's the first step, is just getting these... Oh, okay. I'm running out of steam, just letting you know, guys. Thank you, Gordon. So now we should at least hear a sound. Good, there we go. It's stuck to something there. Okay. Now, one of the things about this is that it feels odd. It feels odd that it's shooting one sphere out of two barrels. And so what I want to do is just, this is a game feel thing. Does it help to turn it into like a ball sack like this and have them rotate? Right? So let's do this. Spheres. And have them rotate like that in all kinds of directions, you know. We'll do 0.5, 0.5. Speed will be -25. That way, they sort of rotate around. I don't know, you know, this might work. All right, let's take a look. So if they're not rotating for some reason, it feels better. I kind of feel like it needs to shoot too. You know? So why don't we do that? Let's do it twice. So this will go to the right, divided by 2. And then another one will go to the left, divided by 2. Let's do 2 of them. Maybe that's the solution, right? We don't need to draw a ray. Okay, let's try that. That might be cool. I'm reading, I think, all chat. Gordon, you're asking me, am I reading Twitter? I think I'm just reading YouTube chat. Now, sticky projectile. What I'm going to do is remove these spheres and just zero out their positions. I have a theory which is like, if you make them look like shells and you launch them out and they rotate in cool directions and they stick, it'll feel like you're launching shells out of your shotgun, and then they stick to things. So it's like throwing a shotgun shell and using it as a grenade. Now, you might be wondering, like, how do you communicate that? We'll do our best, but more importantly, we'll use those tutorial cards to let the player visually understand what's going on. And we've done that a lot in Twisted Tower, where you have to just sort of explain it. That feels good. And we'll add a subtle delay or randomization to the speed. So watch this. Adding force, throw force, and then we're going to multiply it times a randomizer. Okay? So times math, Thomas, use your brain. Math_f.random, and we're going to do -1, 1. Wait, what? Am I missing something here? Wait, why can't I do random? Sorry, I guess I haven't used random in a while. I'm gonna about to vibe code here. Random.range. Oh, wow, Thomas. That was a huge brain fart. Okay. So we're going to do a random.range between -0.3 and 1.2. No. Between 0.8 and 1.2. So you're just going to get it's going to be so subtle. The throw force, and we're going to put parentheses in the throw force so that that's operated first, right? What's going on? Why is this not working? Let's take a look here. Wait, what? Huh. Pay attention to math class, kids. Tuck back, you want to take a break and watch Covenant? Well, hang tight. One sec. We're almost there. I'm feeling really good right now. Yay. This feels awesome. All right, guys. Sound is everything. Want to see why? Do you want me to show you why the sound is so important? Let's jump inside of Artlist.io and take a look at some sound effects we can use. I want a sound. And it needs to be This one was pretty good. No. What do you call that? What do you call that? It's like a shell, or a pipe bomb? What do you call that? It's coming, it's like a pipe. Ugh. Do you guys know what the weapon's called on, what's it called? Pipe. What if I'm asking Grok, what is the shell that you shoot in Half-Life 2 and then it pops? It's like a doof. It sounds like a doof. A mortar? Yeah, we could try that. It's like coming out of a pipe. No. potato gun. A grenade launch. There we go. Ha ha! It's just a grenade launch. That's what we want, and we want to do it twice. So let's open up Audacity and get this working. That's good too. We want 2. Okay, so we're gonna do a quick one at the beginning. Do you guys like that? Do you see why we did that? And I also want sort of a whistling sound. And it'll be short because you never know. Well, we don't want it long. Look at this. I guess this is fine. It's fine. We want it at -10. I just stuck my finger up my nose. Okay, so let's export this. And this is our secondary fire for the... Thank God this is all working, because I have not been looking forward to this. This is the shotgun. We're going to call this shotgun secondary fire. Export. And we'll make it look like a shell, and we'll make them spinning. I don't know if we can make them look like a shell. I think what we can do is just maybe make them look like bubble gum or something. Hey guys, we're almost at 500 streams. Can y'all please share this on Twitter? How many of you, let me know. Okay, tell you what. Share on Twitter right now, and then I will shout out your name as best as I can. And let me know you did it. Say, I just shared on Twitter or X or whatever. Okay, what was I doing? Oh, the sound. Rocket. This is the worst, actually. Let me show you. If we go to our sound manager here, I'm going to create another clip here. This is so annoying. This is just a old sound manager that was created that is really redundant, but we're going to use it anyway. So if we go to shotgun here, yeah, we'll probably need to make them look like spikes. Like a wad of nails or something. And that way, and then they like shoot the nails out, and it's kind of like a shotgun, you know? I don't know. Thank you, Tuck Mac. Thank you. Okay, what was I doing? The secondary fire shot sound is, yep, right here. And we're going to go to general, and then it's right down here. All right, let's see how this sounds, okay? We're almost at 500 viewers. Oh, we're at 500. Can we get to 600? So I think if everybody was to share you guys could really make me feel good about myself and give me a good ego boost, and I would finally be happy with my life if we get to 600 viewers. All right, here we go. Guys, I bought some new headphones today. I'm really excited. Ugh, what? Why isn't the sound working? Man, that stream is laggy. Or the stream chat is so laggy. So for some reason, the shotgun secondary fire isn't playing. You think Yeah, let's see if we can get to 7. Oh, we're at 501. This is so weird. Why is it playing the shoot, just the standard shoot sound for the secondary fire? You know? Oh, here it is. Duh. This weapon actually might be really fun once it's done. Secondary fire. Optional. I think that'll do, Donkey. Is that it? I guess. Gordon, shut your mouth. Shut up. Hey, thank you, Vesa. All right. I'm also going to make this a little bit more intense. 0.7 all the way to 1.3. I could put the Zen in my lips. I could put it in my mouth. I could make me feel so good and drink a cup of Joe. If we hit play here, we could get the shotgun. There we go. This is actually really fun. I'm not addicted. I'm not addicted. It makes me feel better. It's one of those things that it's not an addiction. It's like well, it just makes my life better. You know, that's not an addiction. It just makes me better. It makes me feel like a better person. It's not an addiction. I'm not addicted. Okay, now let's think about this. How do we want to visualize this, right? If I made them a cylinder and I had them rotate, and they're like this, it might feel, and we could call them like magna shells, and they're like glowing shells. That could, in the brain of the player, they could think, oh, it's just a shotgun shell that launches out of the shotgun and then explodes at a delay. Okay. No, we're not going to do spheres. So let's go ahead and just make them cylinders. I mean, honestly, I think I have a shotgun shell. Where is it? Where's the shotgun shell? It's right here. We'll just scale it up a little bit. Inferno, you spelled it right today. Good for you. Let's make it nice and centered here. But they have to look pretty big, you know, so you can see them. And put them here. Get rid of this. What is going on with the normal there? Or is that just the shine? What? That's better. Boy, that's a really bad shell. What is that? That must be really old. What is that? It doesn't look great, I'll tell you that much. Actually, I think I know what. If we go into the shotgun, I think there's actually a shell in here that we can use. There it is. Let's use that one. Whew. This has been a productive day, and I am tired also. This is way better. Look at this one. Oh, yeah, baby. Why are we in isometric? Where is the light coming from? Oh, it's from the center. Negative 90, 0, 0. And what we'll do is we'll have it be emissive. Right? And the box collider will be nice and clean. We'll add some kind of emissive to it so it looks like a shotgun shell as an emissive from a distance. Right? All right, Mr. Project Patty, thank you so much for sharing. All right. We're at 512 viewers. Pretty disappointed. I was expecting more today. But, you know, I can't expect you guys to be perfect all the time. I want everything to be perfect for my daughter's special day. Yeah, so I mean, I wish that we could make the angular rotation really random, which I guess we could, right? Thank you so much, Project Patty. That's very kind of you. That's actually really funny. And then we're gonna have a shotgun sound mixed with a grenade. And like a scatter shot. So we're gonna do a shotgun, shoot. But we also want to hear like you're probably wondering, why do we want it to be, why not just use the other shotgun sound in your game? Because you don't want the player to feel like they just misfired. And you also don't feel like an enemy is around the corner shooting a shotgun. So it's kind of a balance here, I think. But we also want it to be more of a pop. So we're gonna do an explosion or a fireworks. Really? Come on, these are all terrible. What? What? That's good. I like that one. Are you ready? Here we go. What? Let's see if we can make it find a better one. Hold on one sec, guys. I'm just thinking. We also need glass or nails fall. I need some kind of There we go. Who would have thought? I'm going to shorten this. We need multiples of this. Let's add a little bit of a randomization to the explosion here. The explosion time. Explode max time. And we're gonna add plus random.range. Negative. We're going to multiply explode max time. And we're going to do that in the start. If explode max time, I'm doing this right now because I don't want to forget. Then a little bit of vibe coding here. Multiply the explode max time by a random range of 0.8 to 1.1 F. There we go. That's about it. We don't need this. All right, so that way we're getting like a subtle, right? So we have this one, right? And this is going to be shotgun, secondary fire, explode 1. Then we'll do another one here. We're going to just cut out some of these pieces, right? And then reducing the pitch should be enough to make it feel different enough. So that'll be explode 2. And then I'm going to remove this one here. And we're going to make this one higher. So we're going to be poo poo kwa ka ku ke ka ku ku pa 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 pa. Okay? So the explosion is going to be a where's the sound occurring? Hold on one sec here. Here we go. Explosion sounds, random.range, and then we're going to do explosion sounds 0 to explosion sounds.length. Right, guys? But Thomas, you don't have a variable called explosion sounds. Hang on. We'll put it up here. We have an error here. Really? What's going on here? What's the issue? Oh. Yeah, it needs to be an array. There we go. And that needs to be capitalized. And then you just simply drag in the new explosion sounds. Oh my goodness, it's not an array. Why? Wait, yes it is. Thomas, use your brain. Okay, anyway. What is this? Shotgun, secondary fire, explode 1. I could go for it. I could go for it. I could go for a Zen right now. So we take a look here. We're also not getting... A piece of my beard is in my mouth. We're also not getting a rotation occurring. So what I want to do here... I'm going to get a vibe code here. Add a rotational force of a random value between -200 and 200 to the rigid body. Good. That should do it. Okay. And then we just need to add those random sounds, add an emissive to this, add like a smoke trail, ensure that this can't get stopped by other bullets. We can try it. Let's take a look. I gotta admit, I've been dreading this one. Yes. Doesn't that sound great, guys? Look, they're getting stopped there, and I can also see through. Yeah, I need to set those to a different layer. That feels amazing. All right, we need a magnetic attachment sound. Okay, what was it doing? Sticky projectile. We're gonna make this teal. So we're gonna do a teal point light. No shadows, so it shouldn't. It shouldn't be stopping, but I'm gonna put it right here. And let's see. I just want to see how this looks. Although I will say, I know for a fact that we want to do like two rings around this that are emissive. And so the way we're going to do this is we're going to create a new solid material. This is going to be shotgun shell glow. And then I'm going to take the... I'm going to save this as a PSD. This is going to be albedo transparency. This is going to be called emissive. 524 viewers. Amazing. Keep it going, guys. Keep it going. Okay, so that's saved. This is our emissive. And so all we do in this, set this to black. And I believe we can just do the emissive right here. This is my theory. This is my theory. This is my song. Save that. And basically, add there. Then put it here. And turn the emissive up. Oh my. What's going on here? Oh, it's right there. Okay, it's right there. And that must not be full black because we're getting some kind of, yeah, this needs to be set to full black. That's why we're getting a little bit there. And, okay, so basically I need to do it the other way. So the theory is something like this, guys. And the point here is to sort of be able to see it as it flies and see the rotation occurring. Let's try that. Whoa. Why? There we go. Yeah. And we're gonna visualize this with the tutorial so that the player can kind of get an idea of what the shell looks like. Okay. All right, so that should look kind of cool when it's glowing. Let's do a little magnetic color. Everything in the game that's magnetic is this blue color. This is my story. This is my song. Copilot, Christian. It's called Copilot. It's in Visual Studio. I pay for it. Nice. That looks great. Honestly, I love that. So it's like kind of magnetizing, you know, it's magnetizing the shells. Let's see if we can get that point light centered up nice and clean here. And I'm worried that it won't shine through it though. I kind of wish that you could expand the center or like the shell of a light. I'm not sure if you can. I don't think you can in Unity, but that would be awesome if you could. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, we need to figure out how to ensure they don't get hit by projectiles. That is a pistol. Okay, yeah. So basically, we just need to check the class. So here we go. Impact. Hang on one sec, guys. Let's check here. Where's the stick occurring? Stick to object. Okay, here we go. Here we go. If stuck is false and call.getComponent, call.transform.getComponent is not a projectile. Right? That's basically all we need to do here to avoid that. We also need to change the, I mean, honestly, I'm not sure what else we need to do here. Okay. 529 viewers. I love it. Guys, leave a like, subscribe, hit that bell notification while you're watching right now. That would mean a lot to me to get notified of when I stream next. Please share this stream. Let's bring in more people as I continue to just vibe. Am I allowed to say that? It's not okay to say, so I won't say it anymore. I'm going to be chilling making this game. Ooh, we just got some likes. That felt good. What am I doing? Oh, the sticky projectile here needs to be set to default so that it's not, it was set to a different layer and you could see through it. Hey, Illuminati. Hey, Christian Alaru. Isn't that fun, guys? Man, that feels great. Here's why I don't have a problem with this being super powerful. Because it's, well, I could be wrong here, but it's imprecise, and it requires you to really be thoughtful of where you're shooting it, and it wastes 2 bullets, and they're not easy to come by, but they're just as powerful as this shotgun. That feels amazing. Honestly, I really love it. I think that that's a cool weapon. We're not done yet. Let me think here. What we want to do is the rocket launcher. This one is a little too fast, I think. 1, 2. It's too slow. So we're going to do 1, 2. The shotgun, I'm going to do it a little bit. I'm going to do a full second. Okay. So let's go ahead and lay some enemies out and test this. Okay, guys? Put a walker here. Put a walker here. Put a walker here. Put a walker here. You guys want to test them out and see what we get? Okay. Max out. Whoa. I didn't know I could change my backlighting. Wait, what? Okay, let's take a look. That's a pretty good delay there. What about this? Good, I like that. All right, let's try it out. I think I need to make the explosion radius a bit bigger. Nice. Good. Okay, really quick. That's awesome. The next thing we want to do, though, is we want to open up Photoshop and quickly get a tutorial card made for our shotgun shells. And so it's going to be straightforward here. What's the goal with these tutorial cards? The goal is to tell the player, number one, how to use it, and then number two, sort of thematically or mechanically how this works. So let's see here. This is going to be the shotgun secondary fire card. So the text is going to say something different. Let's see here. We're going to say stick and shotgun. What's the shotgun do? It. I don't know if we need to say anything. I think we just need to show it. So let's go ahead and show those shotgun shells. So let's go to the sticky shell. And guys, hopefully you'll learn kind of quickly here that especially when you have a 3D game and you have all your assets made, you don't need to draw them or do renders of them or anything that are super fantastic and special. Just take a screenshot, throw it into Photoshop, scale it. It's okay to scale it up past its resolution. Who cares? And then we're going to grab the blue. I'm going to merge these together. Grab the blue, and I'm going to make it glow. By just blurring it. There we go. And I don't think... maybe we could use an electricity. Give me a sec here. If I grab this here, like this, and then expand, I can get rid of those weird cuts. There we go. Whew. All right. Electricity, right? So electricity icons. So I'm going to go to Noun Project and type in magnetic. And we're just going to grab a magnetic icon here. Color overlay. Something like this, you know, nothing crazy. Okay, set this to outer glow. Isn't that fun? So those are secondary fire for the shotgun. Go to Unity here. Go to our weapon manager. And we're going to set the shotgun. Actually, by the way, let's not forget the rocket launcher needs to be called the Mighty Mammoth. Good. The shotgun secondary fire. And we're going to rename this secondary fire to be Magna Shells. Launch magnetic shotgun shells from your double barrel. Launch magnetic shotgun shells that stick to any surface. That magnetically stick to any surface. Wait and watch as... What do you call the balls inside of a shotgun shell? What are those called? Pellets. Launch magnetic shotgun shells. How about this? Launch magnetic shotgun shells that stick to any surface. Wait and watch as dozens of tiny pellets obliterate your enemies. Okay. There we go. Launch magnetic shotgun shells that adhere to any surface. Wait and watch as dozens of tiny pellets annihilate your enemy. Okay. I mean, oh, we need to make sure that is the correct, my brain is getting fried today. It's getting fried today. Apply. The Magna shells are ready to roll. Go to our weapon manager, throw in the Magna shells. Tutorial card, shotgun. There we go. Save. Yep. All right, let's test it. Like I said, like we did with the rocket launcher, we're going to test all this. So let's go ahead and throw a vending machine into the scene. Let's throw in the shotgun. Let's throw in the rocket launcher. Let's throw in the tickets, or pick up coin chest. Lots of coins to pick up. And that way we can test all this out to see our 2 weapon secondary fires that we created today. All right, let's grab all this.
Would you love an upgrade, chap? Pleasure doing business.
Let's see here. For some reason, we have all the weapons, so let's clear my game manager. Somebody's telling the toll to you. I'm Captain Weeping like a rubber train. Ah, don't max out, Thomas. Grow a brain. Clear. Hit play. Don't max out, Thomas. Stop. Okay, here we go. Bro, freaking move. Okay.
Wish upon a star.
The Quack Attacker. Let's upgrade that.
Are you sure about that?
Magna shells. Launch magnetic shotgun shells that adhere to any surface. And wait and watch as dozens of tiny pellets annihilate your enemies. Cool.
You got a good deal on that one.
Upgrade secondary fire for the rocket launcher.
Are you sure about that?
1, 2, 3, boom. Charge and release a trio of 3 homing cannonballs. They'll follow the enemy hard and blow a hole in their body fast and right. Okay, so let's test it all out, guys. Let's test this one out first. It's kind of floating there, but I don't really care.
Don't be afraid. Barely little scratch. I want to snap.
Hey, that's fun enough for me, man. Let's check this one out.
Don't be afraid.
Oh, I'm out of ammo. Let's max out. I wonder why this isn't working like it was. No, there you go. There we go. All right, cool. So that works. Okay, let's play some more enemies. Walker here, Walker here, Walker here. Let's try it over here. There's some enemies over here that we could test this on. What typo? Dale? Okay. Oh, that sucks. I think I need to just change the turn speed. It works, but for some reason they're a little big. So let's do this. First off, with the sticky one, I would say that the box collider is a little. No, it's fine. The rocket launcher homing missile. This one here. I kind of just feel like the turn speed. The turn speed should be stronger, but I also feel like the box collider's massive. No, it's not. Then what is it hitting? I mean, yeah, let's set the turn speed to like 15. You know? Let's see what happens. Want to try that out? We have plenty of those, Dylan. That's good, actually. Believe it or not. Whoa, it finds those guys? I love that. I actually really love the colors. It's too much, obviously. Rocket projectile homing variant. I'm gonna make the explosion not so big. 2x2x2. And try our best to do like a blue color. Just to know like, okay, this is different. Confetti, that's cool. All right, oh, there's a light. No. What was I doing? Oh, the turn speed was ridiculous. So we're gonna set it to 8. Oh, they're still really fast. I don't love that it's a triple shot. It's like, why would I use that? I wonder why it's turning so fast. That's so weird. Oh, we needed to have a delay, a rocket delay in the homing. That's not bad. This is pretty cool, actually. Stop! I don't care. Okay. Delay after... There should be a delay. I guess there's not. That's fine. I mean, it feels really cool. I like it a lot. Yeah. So let's try it out again. Let's try it out again. Let's feel out everything here. So we can test this out here.
Don't be afraid. Can you have a taste?
So I don't know why it's sticking on a collider like that, but that might be for another day. It's sticking on his capsule collider.
You're all set. Now throw that ball.
I kind of feel like shooting 3 is ridiculous. It uses so much ammo. I kind of just feel like 2 is great, and they should be... So let's see here. Bouncing projectile. So this is instantiating 3 times. So we're just going to say smaller than 2. And we're going to make them powerful. like 300 a piece. Really, really powerful. Because look, if I'm gonna use rockets, because it's gonna use two. It'll use 2 rockets. They better be worth it, you know. We're almost to 600 viewers. Can we get to 600? That's the ultimate question, my friends. Can we get to 600 viewers? Projectile rocket homing variant. Damage 300, baby. Man, that turn speed is a little much, but anyway, let's try it out again. Let's try it out again. Why is it doing that? Yeah, like I think in tight spaces, it's just dumb to use it anyway. Yeah, bro, amazing. That was I don't know. What would you say, guys? That was pretty productive, huh? Thanks, Vincent H, Michael P, JPS, Ross, Mark, Kalalu, and Michael P. Thanks for joining Full Time Game Dev. Guys, thanks for hanging out. And look, if you're interested in making an indie game from your bedroom, if that's something you've been interested in and you want to take the next step, you can get 25% off my program, Full Time Game Dev. Now, it's not just some random program that I just made up and pulled out of my butt to sell. I have actually done everything I teach in the course I've done except Godot and Unreal. But Godot and Unreal are taught by some buddies of mine. But 95% of the course is taught by me. It teaches how to get a publisher, how to secure funding on Kickstarter, how to hit the Steam front page, how to build a social media presence, how to sell your game on Steam, how to get press coverage, how to get streamers to play a game. It's massive. Again, you can learn Godot, Unreal, or Unity. Take your pick, whichever engine you want to learn, and then you're going to learn the marketing and the business and how to sell a game and do it before you even finish your game. So you got 4 days left, 25% off. And look, if you don't trust me, that's okay. I understand. I don't think I would trust me either. But you can trust Chris Stair, Bart Mamser, Everflux Games. They went full-time with the help of the course. Soltar went full-time with the help of the course. Antonio and Thomas Stewart went full-time with the help of the course as well. It's a massive course. Join 4,500 students worldwide. The moment you click that link below, that generates a 5-day coupon for you. So check it out. See if it's something you're interested. Guys, this was really, really fun. A lot of viewers today, and that really means a lot to me.